announcements about what they're not gonna do for women, but it's like, okay, if you're not gonna do it for the, if you're not doing it for the women, what the f y'all doing it for?
You know, hearing it like this, I guess men decentered women a long time ago. Subscribe, let's talk about it.
Bring back the times when women were adored. Bring back the time when men went the fuck to work, got the money, and then came back to spend it on the women. I don't know what happened to where we are in this like competitive mindset where like men are making announcements about what they're not gonna do for women, but it's like, okay, if you're not gonna do it for the, if you're not doing it for the women, who the fuck are y'all doing it for? I'm confused. Like, if you're not getting a haircut, a shape up, going to work, getting fly, getting the money to impress the girls, who the fuck are you doing it for?
Yeah, just hearing it like that, when you put it that succinctly, when you put it that simply, yeah, it really seems like men just descended women a long time ago and said, I'm going to do it for myself, possibly for my family, possibly for the idea of a family I might have one day. But if I don't, at least I'm still wealthy. At least I'm still rich. Honestly, yes, for someone that grew up in the 90s, much of what we did was derived to impress a woman. Getting a car, getting a shape up, going out on Friday, Saturday night was all about, I'm trying to find a woman to impress, and I'm trying to bring her into my life so we can build something together. The change happened when we got to know you. Right? This is one of the things that social media was very good at. It shrunk the world, where now we have an opportunity to see who we really are or who we pretend to be. But an amazing thing happened. They gave you a camera, they gave you a phone, put a camera on the front of it and said, do whatever you like. And then you came on here and you disabused us of what your PR agency was doing its best to uphold. You weren't innocent. You weren't worthy of being on a pedestal. You were human, just like a man. You got the equality. This is what it looks like. Chivalry and a lot of the things that you beg men to still sort of uphold were done because, well, we looked at you a certain way and then you just told on yourself. We didn't realize you did all these things. We didn't think you were capable of doing the same things that you constantly vilified us for. Imagine someone constantly pointing to you and saying, these are the things you constantly do wrong. These are the bad things that you do in your life. This is why we don't like you. This is why we fear you. This is why we don't get along well with you. Then to turn around and understand in their own closet, they're doing the very same thing. For whatever reason, and again, I think this is the PR team that women had, we didn't think for all the cheating that you accuse men of doing, who are they cheating with, right? You made it seem as if women were unaware of who that man was. You were unaware that down the block, there's his wife, there's his family. What we got to learn is saying, you knew about that, you didn't care. He was just one of money. He was on a roster. We didn't know you flew out to Dubai. We didn't know that you engaged in this behavior. We just thought it was our fantasy making it up. Essentially, we got to know a lot of you. Now, the thing that happens now is these things are still happening. Men are still going out of their way for women, yet they're just judicious about it. It's not for you because you're not close to me. I don't know you. You haven't been vetted. You are not important to me. You are a non-factor. Just like you treat men that you aren't attracted to, you don't see, they're invisible. A lot of you are invisible to us. Outside of just what you look like, we look and say, oh, that looks nice, and we keep going. You don't motivate us to be better, to get shape ups, to go to work and bring back. No, we don't look for you to say, here's someone that I want to do this with. More importantly, a lot of men started communicating with each other and saying, is this the life that you want? Do you want to go to work, to come back home, to give this person your money, your interest, your time, your energy, to be rewarded with something they say is not worth it? You may love your kids, you may love the family that you created, but as a man, you are miserable in that. We get little peaks of that when the few times that you're out, the few times that you're allowed to breathe, when you're at the barbershop, or at the basketball court, when you're at the YMCA, when you're shooting around with your boys. In those few brief moments where you get to be yourself, you say, don't really like this. Now, understand this is a prison of your own making. You made the decisions that got you here, but men are looking and saying, okay, the root of this was happy wife, happy life. We understood that in order for the dynamic to continue to work, you had to be subservient to whatever whim she had. And men said, that doesn't sound like a life that I'm eager to sort of enjoy. A lot of us didn't believe it. A lot of us said, maybe that's false. Maybe that's not actually really what's happening. Then we started dipping our toe into relationships, into marriages, and coming back and saying, oh, whoa, he wasn't lying. Then you're subject to some sort of divorce and you say, cool, got it. I'll never do that again. Then the message carries forwards and implores the younger generation to say, think very carefully about this. Before, this messaging came and it was just sort of superstition. Hey, don't do this because this can happen. I don't really have to believe you. The programming that I was under told me that what you're saying is wrong. It made space for the naysayers, for the detractors, to put them into a certain box, a certain place. Now, what we have coupled with men saying, I don't think this is worth it, is women saying, it's not worth it, divorce him. Use him for money. If he can't enrich your life, get rid of him. If he doesn't monetarily make this amount of money, get rid of him. Even if you are with him for 10, 20 years, 30 years, you are unhappy, get rid of him. Men started paying more attention to the system, to the designs, to the laws, to seeing how people's, specifically men's interaction in family court went, and said, despite you doing the right thing, you could still lose everything. By everything, I don't necessarily mean financially, but access to your children. Arguably the most important thing on this planet to you. Now you become regulated to a weekend dad, simply because she says she's unhappy. And we're looking at the case scenarios when that is the case. We understand there's very real nuanced reasons why women get divorced or where divorces actually happen. We're allowing that. Sometimes it's absolutely the man's fault. Sometimes it's absolutely not the man's fault. Either way, the law favors one way, regardless of what happened here. Men are looking, just saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? And a lot of men are coming up and saying no. Then we have the Me Too. We have that era where we were told we were vilified, our masculinity was toxic. We were the butt of all the jokes. We were the bane of all things. So men had this gap. They took that step back and they said, okay, if women were the center of our lives, what are we doing now? What fills that place? And this is not the bad men, those bad actors, the ones that were always going to be the threats. They were still the threats. They were still around. They didn't give a damn what Me Too said. They didn't give a damn that you said, leave us alone. Do not bother us. The ones that took a step back were the ones that were likely to defend you. The ones that were likely to listen to say what you had to say. In fact, in that very moment, they felt like they were honoring that and listening to you. You said, leave us alone. They took that step back. In that void, in that vacuum, nature says, you better fill us with something or I'll fill it for myself. Men said, peace. Said, peace. So they regulated themselves to saying and understanding, ideally, I would love to be with someone if I could have the things perfect. If I could have the loyalty, I could have the respect, I could have the love, I could build that. I can't get that. I'm willing to go below that and say, just give me peace. Just like in The Matrix, where Neo met the architect and said, we are prepared to have lower forms of existence. We're prepared for that. This Matrix is great. We love it. It's perfect. Using you as batteries is perfect. But if we can't get that, we'll go lower. We're fine with that as well. Men said the same thing. I'm fine with that. As much as we like to exalt peace, I think peace with a partner would be the ideal match. If not, well, we'll just do peace. Right? We'll do peace. That's fine with us. We understand that. We've accepted that. We're ready for that. That's what happened. In a nutshell, that's exactly what happened. So now you get to look at women and you say, hey, I can get to examine you for who you are, how you talk, how you move, how you represent yourself, how you represent the rest of us. And I say you're lacking. Therefore, I leave you alone. You're no longer the center of my universe. You're not the person I need in order to get out of bed. You're not the person driving my actions. I'm driving towards peace. If I find you along the road and you do not disrupt the peace, we may be able to do something together. But if you're more problematic than peaceful, then you can walk on this journey for a bit, but understand at the end of it, I don't really see you here. where women get lost is saying, oh, I still want to be critically important to your life, but I still want to be able to denigrate you at the same time. Men are just saying, well, that's not peaceful. Listen, if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And of course, if you listen to the sound of my voice now, you have not subscribed, I think you should. I'm trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.